Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we will be talking about a lot of topics. There are a lot of minor updates and we are first going to be talking about Dembele. And it says here, according to Javi Miguel, that Dembele is scheduled to complete a full session with the group tomorrow. So in a couple of hours from now, as you're watching this video, we will get an announcement that Dembele has trained with the first team throughout the whole session. And so that is some huge news because we were expecting this type of news to come out within this week. We must also take note that Dembele and Araujo did take part in the last training session, and so whatever happens in the next training session within these next couple of hours, if Dembele does take part in the full session and if he does well, I really do think that Dembele is going to take part in the match against Napoli on Saturday. And again, this is as long as Dembele does not get any sort of relapse or injury in the next session. And so when we are talking about Dembele participating in the match against Napoli, I do expect him to play around 15 to 20 minutes in that match. And I also think that it's going to really depend on the situation that Barcelona is on. Like for example, if Barcelona is in a situation with Napoli where they can't find any outlet nor find another solution to break through the defense, because I'm assuming that Barcelona is going to be attacking very narrow, I really do think that that is when Dembele is going to be used. It's going to be used when Barcelona have no other solution but to put in a player similar to Dembele's profile. And this is something that we are going to be expanding on even more in the pre-match preview, which will be coming within these next 12 to 24 hours. But that is where we are at right now with Dembele. And now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are going to be talking about Ivan Rakitic. And when we are talking about this player, I really do believe that the club is looking at Ivan Rakitic and saying that this guy most likely will be sold in this summer. And there's only one club that's actually bidding for Ivan Rakitic, and that is Sevilla. But unfortunately, Sevilla is a club right now that has been hit with the pandemic to the extreme, and we have been informed that Sevilla cannot even afford to pay 10 million euros for Ivan Rakitic's services. And we have here, according to Helena Condis, that Sevilla is interested in getting Rakitic, but they're not willing to pay for the transfer according to sources from the club. Sevilla is looking to give him a 3-year contract. So this is basically telling us that Sevilla do want Ivan Rakitic. They do want to give him 3 years, which is a very long time for a player that's 32 years old. And that by itself is telling us that Sevilla do want this player, but the 10 million is that problem. And we also have Javi Miguel also confirming that Rakitic will leave Barcelona to join Sevilla this summer. And that is it, right? I think that Sevilla is going to be that club where they're really going to try and bring in Ivan Rakitic. Now, this is where the question comes in, and that is Barcelona going to let him go for free or for 10 million? Because look, one thing is clear, Barcelona do not want to have Ivan Rakitic in the next season, which means that if they cannot sell him for 10 million euros, they might potentially let Ivan Rakitic go for free, because they're going to be looking at this and say, you know what, if we can't get 10 million euros from this player, we at least need to stop paying this man's wages. And I think that that's the route Barcelona is going to go if Sevilla and Barcelona cannot find an agreement. And could other clubs arise later in the future within these next 3 to 4 weeks? Yes. But right now, Sevilla is the only club that want to bring this player in and the only club that remains. And so Barcelona is really going to be pushing and asking for other clubs if they do want to bring in Ivan Rakitic. Moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are going to be talking about Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. And we do have Fabrizio Romano, again, one of the most reliable, if not the most reliable source out there, stating that Marc-Andre Ter Stegen has agreed to sign a new contract with Barcelona. He'll stay until 2025, which is also confirmed by President Bartomeu. And so finally, we are hearing great news. Finally, we are hearing that Marc-Andre Ter Stegen has agreed on a proposal from FC Barcelona. And it's crazy to see just how much prioritization Barcelona is giving this goalkeeper, because another contract that we do need to renew is Lionel Messi. And to see that Marc-Andre Ter Stegen's contract renewal is going to be the first one renewed in this summer, that's only telling us that Barcelona do see this goalkeeper, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, as important as Lionel Messi. And I cannot explain enough just how happy I am to see that our goalkeeper will be staying with us for another 5 years. Because not only is he going to be our goalkeeper for the next 5 years, but he might potentially be our captain for the next 3 to 4 years after Lionel Messi does hang up his boots. Now moving on to Francisco Trincao. And according to the same source from Fabrizio Romano, he has stated Leicester City are also open to sign Trincao on loan with option to buy and no obligation to buy. Barcelona don't want to sell him. So when we are talking about Francisco Trincao, he is one of the most anticipated arrivals in this summer for FC Barcelona. And to hear that Trincao might go on loan in this summer, I'm starting to really think that the idea of FC Barcelona is to get this player some experience. They want him to gain more experience before even trying him out at the Camp Nou. And I think that the main reason why they do want to loan him out is because Barcelona do want to fix their situation with Dembele first. And I really do think that that is the route they're going to take, because I have always been questioning ever since Trincao has been bought by Barcelona that how are we going to fit Messi, Trincao, and Dembele on that right wing? Like, if we're going to have three of those players in the same position, at least one is going to have their minutes sacrificed. Because if we look at Messi, obviously Barcelona is not going to put him down on the bench. Messi is going to continue to have the big role in this club. And then if we look at Dembele, that is where Barcelona asks and say, okay, what can you bring to us? We have signed you 3 years ago. You have yet to make a statement in this club. We really do need to play you, Dembele, and show us why we paid 111 million euros 3 years ago. And so simply, Barcelona want to know. They want to know what is Dembele going to do and what his future is going to look like with this club. And the best way to sort that out is by actually putting that player, Dembele, on the field. And I think that that right there is the reason why they're going to say, let's loan out Trincao. Right now, we need to put Dembele on the field. We need to know if he's going to be the man to take the right wing position for the next 5 to 6 years. In the meantime, we're going to put Trincao at the Premier League and see how he does. If Dembele does not perform well, we bring in Trincao. If Dembele performs well, we'll continue to loan out Trincao for another season. And so here's the thing. Do I want Trincao to be loaned out? No, I don't. I want to see Trincao play in a FC Barcelona shirt next season. But if Barca is planning on loaning out Trincao, at least have a good reason on why you want to do it. Don't just loan him out just for the sake of profiting later on. If you're going to loan out Trincao, whoever is going to be playing in that position on the right wing area, Barcelona better make sure that they are developing more youth players, also known as Dembele. Now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we're going to be talking about Luis Suarez. So Luis Suarez has been a big gamble in this club, especially by the fans, because many people are saying we want Luis Suarez out, and some people are saying no, Luis Suarez deserves to stay at this club until next year. Then there's this question where the media ask and say, if Lautaro Martinez does come in this club, what's going to happen with Luis Suarez? Because one thing is for sure is that Lautaro Martinez is going to come to this club and take away a good amount of minutes from Luis Suarez, and I know that Luis Suarez will not take that well. He does want to play on the field, and simply Suarez would not find that ideal. Now, there is a report that did come out that I do want to address, and it says here, according to Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona will only sign Lautaro from Inter Milan if Suarez leaves this summer. The latter has a big proposal from MLS on the table. So let me tell you what's true about this report, right? The one thing that we can safely say is that the MLS do want to bring in Luis Suarez. There are clubs out there in the United States that want Suarez in their stadium. For example, Inter de Miami and Seattle Sounders. Now let me tell you what's not true. Barcelona do not depend on Luis Suarez's exit to bring in Lautaro Martinez. There's just simply no correlation. And I'm saying this because of two things. One, the selling of Suarez is not going to fund the remaining 70 million that Barcelona do need to pay. So financial wise, there is no correlation. And sporting wise, Barcelona know for a fact that it would be a good idea to keep Luis Suarez for one more season while Lautaro Martinez is in Barcelona. Barcelona do not mind keeping Lautaro and Suarez in the same season, because one of the best ways to give up your spot after being at that club for so many years is to hand the mantle yourself, meaning Luis Suarez will be mentoring Lautaro Martinez for the next season, and Barcelona do want that. Suarez will teach Lautaro Martinez how to deal with the pressure, how to be a number 9 with FC Barcelona, and what Barcelona do expect from their number 9, because being a number 9 in Barcelona is not just scoring goals. You also have to create play, create assists. There's so many things, and I think that that is the reason why Barcelona want to keep Suarez and Lautaro Martinez in the same season. So final conclusion, there is no correlation between Luis Suarez's exit and Lautaro Martinez's arrival. And since we are talking about Martinez, I want to talk about the last topic of the day, and we are going to be talking about Bartomeu's interview where he did talk about Lautaro Martinez, and he said this: we will talk to Inter for Lautaro Martinez after the Champions League ends. Negotiations are currently on hold. And so this is the confirmation from the president himself that the negotiations between Barcelona and Inter Milan for Lautaro is on hold. They will not be talking about this player until after the UCL is over. It could be after Saturday if we get knocked out, or it could be after August 18th or 19th. But Barcelona do want to finish their season because there is more important things ahead. And so that is where we stand today. Again, this is a very minor update video. And just to remind you guys, I will be making a Barcelona v Napoli pre-match preview, which will be coming in the next 12 to 24 hours. There is going to be so much that we do need to discuss tactically and just see how Barcelona need to approach Napoli this time, now knowing that Barcelona will be in a completely different condition compared to the first leg. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.